Hi, folks. This is John with Remodeling Wizards of Maryland, and I'm here today as part of our Ask the Contractor a Question series to answer another question. This question comes in from Steve R. It says here, my deck is about 25 years old. I'm tired of staining it every couple of years, and in addition, many of the deck boards are split and rotted. Should I just replace the deck boards with composite? Great question, Steve. My answer to that is pretty straightforward. Number one, if that deck is 20 years or more old, it is time to replace the deck. It is a great idea if you are going to replace the deck to use a composite product. If you use composite, you won't have these same problems with rotted boards or with split boards and things like that. And you won't ever have to stain the deck again. It would just have to be cleaned and that's it. So that is a great idea to go with composite. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I don't have the money right now to replace my deck. Well, here are my recommendations. I would go the least expensive route. I would number one, I would just replace the bad boards. And when you do that, you're going to notice you have brand new boards right next to some old split looking boards, and it's going to stand out. And you may not like that. So then the next step would be to take a solid stain, not a semi solid, not a transparent stain, because both of those, you'll still see the difference between the new boards and the old boards. Use a solid stain, and that will help better camouflage the fact that you have some new boards next to old boards. The next thing that I would do is the next step up. Let's say that I don't like that. I really want it to look newer. Then my recommendation would be to use just replace all of the deck boards with new wood. Why do I say that? Well, I hear a lot of people telling me, well, I was told recently by my neighbor, by a contractor, that wood and composite are about the same price. Well, that is not true. I just looked it up this morning in homedepot.com, a good source to just to get some pricing. And here are the prices that they are selling wood for right now. The 5/4 by 6 by 16 board, which is equivalent to approximately the same size of a composite deck board. 5/4 by 6 by 16 is $21.61. That's as of the recording this video. When I look at a product like Trex is a popular composite, not the only composite out there. It's a good one. They also have Fiberon and they have AZAC. There's a number of companies that sell good composite decking. But the Trex Select, which is not their most expensive composite, because Trex has different tiers of composite. One is more expensive than the other. But I'm looking at the Select today, it's selling for $73.14. That's over a $50 difference per board. Now, you have to factor in to that the best way to install a Trex deck is to use a hidden fastener and clip system so that you don't see a bunch of screws. Once you factor in the hidden fasteners, now you're up to about $113 per board, and that's based on Home Depot pricing. So you're at $113 versus $21. We have a $90, difference. And you take $90 and you start adding up the number of boards that are on your deck, you might have 30 or 40 boards. You can see you're spending a lot of extra money for the getting the composite versus using the wood. So in the case of an old deck, I would I would either do everything in wood, replace the wood with wood, or start out by just doing repairs. And then at some point, I would start saving some money so that I can get a brand new deck so that I know that it has a nice, strong, solid structure under it that's to today's code and it's going to last as long as the composite, or at least as close to the amount of time a composite would last, because composites will last you 25 plus years. So there are my tips, and I hope that helps you, Steve, and good luck with your deck project.